In old days, people will be proud to present a name card with the title of manager. Today, people appearing as founders or co-founders seem even more admirable. Entrepreneurs are associated with leaders and good team building skills, being innovative, creative, full of passion and courage, good at problem solving, and ready to create impact in a field or industry. Derived from the word entrepreneur, they are the technopreneurs in technology field, sociopreneur who create financially sustainable social enterprise by applying principles of business to unfulfilled social needs, ecopreneurs starting green businesses, or entrepreneurs who reinvent within big organizations. I make up the term Mahjongpreneurs for fun to describe some young people I encountered recently in Hong Kong who, like us, found business related to Mahjong. Among these, Lui Yen is one of the most remarkable young entrepreneurs I met. He founded a new Mahjong club called Mahjong Battle Stadium, Pai Ngai Gong Fong, and the Mahjong Championship I mentioned in the earlier episode of Mahjong Crossover Festival. Why many people worry about the young generations and talent drain problems in Hong Kong? Seeing young people like him, you will have a different perspective. You will find that Hong Kong is still full of hope and with a lot of passionate and young talents like Lui Yen. He put ideas into action and moved diligently and persistently towards his goal step by step. They also mileage on Hong Kong's unique position as a place where East and West meet, with a worsening relationship between China and the United States. This is particularly relevant and important. Being Chinese, Hong Kong people fully understand and enjoy the Chinese culture, like the game of Mahjong. Being global citizens, we are bilingual or even multilingual and are ready to be good ambassadors to foster communication and interaction between the two polarized worlds. Lui Yen is going to Vienna to participate in the World Mahjong League and to gain experience to reach his goal. Today I am going to share his stories. Sorry that the interview was conducted in Cantonese, so please read the English subtitles in case you cannot understand the language.
自己開始打麻雀嘅時間係 around 中四、中六嘅時候，但其實我對麻雀冇乜特別鍾情啊咁樣，只不過得閒同啲屋企人啊，或者係同啲朋友消遣下啫。咁到個轉變，我諗最大嘅咧就係由我喺中大讀書嘅時候搞麻雀學會嗰陣時，因為我覺得好多人其實好中意麻雀嘅，但係好似無論係出面社會上面又好啦，屋企又好啦，其實對呢一樣嘢都有少少避忌啊。咁特別喺校園入邊，我諗係基本上冇可能揾到一個地方係可以俾大家名正言順咁打麻雀嘅。咁當然好多人誤會咗麻雀就一定賭博呢個重點啦。咁但係我相信其實好多年輕人 even 佢哋打麻雀咧，我諗賭博唔係佢哋想要嘅嘢咯。佢哋想要嘅係同一班朋友開心玩，即係你唔會去玩桌上遊戲或者 board game 係啦，然之後同朋友話大風贏咗要賭錢，冇人咁樣，從來冇人咁樣講過其實。但係唔知點解社會上面就係當呢一樣嘢由桌上遊戲 board game 轉做麻雀嘅時候，大家就會有好詫異嗰樣嘢。其實呢件事喺外國人眼中特別係有咁嘅感覺，佢哋完全唔覺得係咩嘢嘅，佢哋覺得麻將就係 Chinese 嘅 board game， 係啦，呢個係特別啲唔同嘅。咁樣當我搞起咗麻雀會，我發現哇！我搞一個麻雀活動，可能隨時報名都100幾200人。我淨係講緊中大入邊嘅啫，我唔講出面地方。我收到好多查詢就係講緊我唔係中大人啊，或者我畢咗業啊，我究竟可唔可以再嚟中大玩你哋嗰個數啊？咁因為 regulation 嘅問題啦，我哋就唔可以咁樣做嘅。咁不過 anyway， 當我發現到原來喺中大外面都好多人對麻雀好有興趣，特別我同佢講呢個比賽唔係賭錢，唔係打幾多錢嘅，淨係大家打開心嘅啫，都好多人對我哋有興趣。咁發現咗呢樣嘢之後咧，我就決定搞完中大，咁不如到我去搞成個大專學界咯。大專學界就更加誇張啦，之後就大專學界係我有差不多9至10間大專學界唔同嘅學會嘅人過嚟幫我手，因為其他學校冇麻雀學會噶嘛。咁樣所以我就揾咗佢哋，有啲係學生會嘅 member 啦，有啲係 board game 數嘅 member 啦，有啲係語文系嘅 member 咁樣。我覺得哇，原來咁多人有興趣嘅，即係唔係圍繞住一個小眾活動。呢個特別我留意到一樣嘢咁到大專完咗啦，咁我諗緊出面社會會係點咧？ 出面社會究竟點樣睇呢一樣嘢咧？究竟我哋學界同外面社會上面對呢一樣嘢嘅差異究竟有幾闊？所以咧，我一畢咗業咧，我就去咗麻雀會所度做經理啦。係啊，
幾投入。
我喺我麻雀經理嗰段時間，我除咗學到點樣做 operation 之外咧，最緊要就係我睇到啲人點樣去理解同埋去諗麻雀呢一樣嘢。我明白到有好多嘢咧，特別係老一輩咧，可能會根深蒂固啲嘅嚇。咁所以我就諗，我而家知道佢哋嘅出發角度係點啦。咁我究竟點樣由佢哋嘅角度去慢慢轉變？我知道好多嘢要潛移默化，要時間去做嘅。咁當我發現到呢一樣嘢嘅時候，我發現，我喺度揾香港有冇乜嘢麻雀嘅組織啊、麻雀嘅協會啊？如果有嘅話，我即刻入去，我入去做嘢啦。發覺冇喎。最大嘅麻雀組織就係麻雀館嘅佢哋商家嘅組織，商會組織。咁我就諗啦，咁如果香港所謂嘅協會或者組織都係啲同麻雀 gambling 咁氣氛咁重嘅人聚埋一齊，咁其他人好難去用第二個角度去睇麻雀呢一樣嘢。咁我就覺得，唔理，我叫翻晒我以前做嘢嘅班底。中大啊、大專啊，我自己識嘅朋友啊，全部都同佢講，嚟，我哋搞個麻雀協會出嚟。點解我有勇氣去做呢一樣嘢咧？我入邊識嘅好多朋友喺麻雀領域上面咧有唔同嘅長處嘅。大家都知道啦，麻雀就要做啲咩啊？要 craft 啦，即係要整啦，要雕字啦、上色啦，然之後要搞比賽嘅話，即係要寫比賽規則啦。然之後就係點樣搞一個活動出嚟，即係你要event 嘅經驗啦，咁就係最緊要係你點樣去捕捉到參加者嘅意願，想玩呢一樣嘢。咁呢一樣我最擅長嘅，因為我自己都打麻雀，我都知道年輕一代點樣睇，我知道老一輩點樣睇，所以我知道點樣去 rap 呢件事。等我知道老一輩有興趣，年輕一輩有興趣，然之後更加重要一樣嘢就係，對於更加多唔知我哋組織存在嘅人，點樣對我哋呢件事改觀？咁呢一個比賽就係我哋開始嘅第一步，就係咁啦。
你講我而家個協會咧，即係你嗰個 online 個 platform 咧，有幾多人經常即係有幾多 follow 啊，或者 subscriber 啊咁？
我諗喺活動期間嗰陣時咧，特別多，一日幾千個睇，同一時間可能有幾百個人喺個網頁上面，所以就係我報名開始申請嗰時咧，我成個網站塞車。
哇！咁犀利！
因為佢哋嗰啲 platform 咧，我哋預計咧，可能20-30個人同一時間已經好誇張。我都冇諗到，喂，你幾百個人入嚟，咩網站都冧檔啦。如果你冇 prepare 咁樣，係咪啊？咁所以，喂，真係好誇張。你將呢件事擺到去社會層面，大家就會覺得，喂，終於有人做呢一樣嘢。我哋收到好多消息就係話，我哋等咗呢一樣嘢好耐。仲有啲我哋本身唔識嘅年輕人同我講，喂，我想 join 你哋個協會，我想為呢個協會出一分力。我同佢講，我哋協會冇錢揾。我哋啱啱開始，
請唔起人啦！我
哋初創，我哋全部嘅 core member 一分錢都冇收。我同佢講，佢話我知啊，我唔介意啊。今次我帶住好多嘅諗法同埋希望過維也納嗰邊，我希望就係做到好多嘢。當然參賽玩係次要，都係其中一樣可以玩到嘅嘢。咁啊，疫情期間咧停咗2年，咁啊呢個可惜啦。咁啊嚟緊佢哋下屆咧，即係下一屆呢個活動，佢哋通常每3年做一次。佢下屆呢個活動咧，有諗過喺亞洲地區落嘅。我哋
除咗香港，會唔會有機會？
係啦，所以我就想希望我能夠將呢件事，就算今屆唔得，我下屆都帶到嚟香港，即係令到佢哋無論係玩又好，佢哋可以認識香港呢個城市又好，知道更加多呢個世界其實好多人對麻雀呢樣嘢好有興趣，特別係我哋香港麻雀嘅歷史特別長啦，因為同埋同中國都好近啊嘛，所以佢哋知道我哋係國際大都市，我哋無論邊個國家嘅人嚟到，都應該能夠適應到，而且能夠學習到好多嘢。同埋我哋香港有好多唔同嘅藝術家啊，手啲麻雀師傅啊，呢啲嘢我諗佢哋嚟講都有興趣嘅，因為國外嚟講一定冇呢啲所謂手雕麻雀師傅啊，整嘅工藝啊，其實呢啲全部都唔存在。
Guoco Mahjong and Lü Yan both share the mission to uplift the image of Mahjong from being a tool for gambling in old Chinese perception. Guoco Mahjong sees Mahjong as something cultural and creative, as stated in our tagline, Mahjong connects and inspires. Lü Yan's tried to upgrade the game to professional tournament and regular championship. Hope we can collaborate in the near future to run a full-scale Guoco Mahjong Day in Hong Kong, with the local and world championship, giant Mahjong games, bazaars, talks and exhibitions, which becomes a world-famous signature festival from Hong Kong.